Hey everybody, it's the Blue Gideon and welcome back to more Let's Play Mother 3. In the last episode, we got here to New Pork City. We went through the sewers to find our dog, Boney. And he said that we have to go through here, so let's go on through here. Oh my god, there's a giant guy. Oh, it's that same guy from the beginning of, the Abraham Lincoln looking dude. He looks tall, like him. Yes, it's me, leader, the bell ringer. Must be a real shock to hear me speaking for once. It wasn't that I could talk all this time. I simply chose not to. As I rang that crossroad bell deep in my heart, I had decided I would speak to no one. That's sad. That is real sad. Well, he isolated himself from society. Kind of like Isaac. But the secrets I've been guarding now are starting to leak out. Lucas, the time has come to tell you everything. What I'm about to tell you, you might not want to know. Even so, you absolutely must hear it. It will be a long story, but please listen to it all. No! Yes. Given who you are and how you've lived, what I have to say will tear at your hearts. And there is just so much to tell. So I've decided to have the Stinkbug trembling behind me memorize everything I've say. Ready, Mr. Stinkbug? Long ago, there existed a world. A world different from what the people on these islands think of. The world was incredibly big. More people lived on the world than there are the grains of sand on these nowhere islands. I know it may be hard to imagine, but such a world existed once. Understand? Yes, I guess. At some point, the world wound up destroyed. Naturally, it was the humans who destroyed it. In the back of their minds, everyone had an inkling that would happen at some point. And then, it really did happen. And so, the world is no more. And everything so far has been about the end of the world. Did you understand all of it? I guess. Just before the end of the world, a white ship came to these islands. On it were all the people of Tazmily Village. Yes. Aboard the white ship were those few who managed to escape the world. The people on the ship still went by their names from the previous world. The white ship plan had been set in place before the world was destroyed. And although they're a part of the world, these Nowhere Islands are a special place. They were the one place that would remain, even if the world was lost. The one and only place where people could survive. And so the white ship arrived at these islands. Everything so far has been about the white ship. Did you understand all of it? Yes. Have you committed everything so far to memory, Mr. Stinkbug? Yes, I have. The reason these islands are special because they harbor a giant dragon, nearly as large as the island themselves. Long, long ago, people lived together with the dragon. However, at some point in time, the people and the dragon could no longer coexist. Using the 7 needles, the dragon was placed into a long, long sleep by the ancestors of the Magipsy people, who have lived here since the ancient times. Ever since, the Magipsies have guarded the needles in an effort to prevent the dragon from being broken until its power is truly needed. Thus, until the time of its awakening. The dragon continued to sleep as the power of the earth itself, and so, because of the tremendous energy of the dragon hidden deep below, these islands were protected from the end of the world. Everything so far has been about the dragon and the Magipsies. Did you understand all of it? Yes. Those who came here aboard the white ship feared another end of the world more than anything else. They felt the world's destruction was a direct result of the way they had lived. People of the white ship discussed things at a great length. They shared their wisdom and spoke with grave seriousness, and then they arrived at their conclusion. They decided to completely erase everyone's memories of the previous world and start their lives with new rules and new roles. Yes, in short, everyone would play out of the ideal story they had come up with, and that is what happened. People would restart their lives in a simple, peaceful village, in the kind they wished they had grown up in. They would erase their memories of everything, the world, their belongings, their rules, and then they would begin their new lives. Everyone's old memories would be reset and replaced by their newly created story, and thus the village of Tazmily came to be. However, it was necessary to record the fact that the memory replacement had taken place. The hummingbird egg was the device used to store the memories of the White Ship people. West and his son Duster, both playing the roles of the thieves, were set to take action should a dangerous situation occur. Remembering when they went to Osho Castle, they went to retrieve the secret of the people of the White Ship. And then there's one other thing. Me. It was essential that only one person would retain the memory of the previous world to keep watch over things. I was the only one in the village of Tazmily who wasn't given a role in the new story. The sound of my bell served as a suggestion to keep everyone's fabricated memories from reverting. My name Leader comes from the word leader. No, that doesn't mean I was anyone special. It was just that I was particularly taller than all the others. So, upon discussion, I was selected because it would be easier for me to stand out. Being so tall, people would want to come see me, And so I was given the role of revealing these secrets when the time truly called for it. Everything so far has been about those who lost everything. Although Tazmily Village exists in a reality, it was originally created as part of a story. I know this may be difficult to believe, but do you understand so far? Let me also talk about Osho Castle. Apparently, long ago, the kingdom existed on this island, centered around the king of Osho. However, when we arrived on the White Ship, the people of this kingdom were gone. It seems they had left the islands, fearing the dragon eventual awakening someday. Before boarding the White Ship, Princess Kumatora was an infant who had lost her mother and father. Upon coming to these islands, she was given a magistracy to raise, and given the role of Princess of Osho Castle. West and Duster, being her retainers, was another part of the fabricated story. Osho Castle is one of those few and precious relics of this island's past. We crafted our story in haste, so the people inside would have very little past or history. Have you noticed no one in Tazmily can talk about things from 100 or 1,000 years ago? In truth, we had wanted to create an entire plethora of myths and legends, but our story was made in such a hurry that we weren't able to. It's a real shame. I'm sure that much of what I'm saying you'd rather not hear, but it's the truth. Have you listened to everything so far? Have you committed everything so far to memory, Mr. Stinkbug? Truthfully, we had no idea how Tazmily would turn out, but things actually went rather well. People who had arrived on the White Ship had fully taken their new identities. They believed they had always lived together peacefully. It was when a person by the name of Porky stumbled upon these islands that everything started to go amok. It seems he had used a time distorter machine to travel through time and space at will. However, he was apparently shut off from all the other times and spaces and tumbled into this area on these islands. Even worse, he used his time distorter to bring many people from other eras here. The pig masks, as well as everyone in New Pork City, were brought here and brainwashed by Porky. This Porky fellow seems to view these islands as his own personal toy box, in which he can do anything he wants. He would take animals apart and recombine them to make creepy new chimeras. And as a childlike dictator, he began to doing whatever he wanted, including by building Thunder Tower and forming his own army. Porky eventually learned the White Ship's secret because of the traitor among the Magicies. Do you understand the intruder known as Porky? Yes. This traitor was Lokia, the 7th Magistracy, and the only one you haven't met yet. After Lokia joined forces with Porky, Porky learned about the White Ship people and the secret of the sleeping dragon. Porky decided to pull the needles to wake the dragon so he could use the power for himself. The dragon's power of the very earth itself, you see. It is said whoever pulls the sealing needles will become the dragon's master. However, only a very select few are capable of pulling the dragon's needle. Apparently, neither Magistracies nor Porky have that capability. Yet, the needles are being pulled now. That means Porky is somehow controlling someone who can control the dragon's power. We have to put a stop to Porky's antics. If we don't, the world could be completely destroyed again. And it will spell the truth end for everything. For Porky, That may be an ultimate pleasure, but we can't allow that to happen. We, the last handful of people there are, we absolutely can't allow it to happen. Lucas. It seems you are a chosen one, with the ability to pull the needle signaling the dragon away. You must pull the dark dragon's needle with your own hands, and pass your heart on to the dragon. Let this be my one and only order to you as your leader. Do you understand everything about the dragon's awakening? I hear that six of the dragon's needles have been already pulled. Deep in the earth, the dragon is likely beginning to stir from its sleep now. Supposedly, the last needle is somewhere here in New Pork City. Porky has been gathering everything that lives on these islands into New Pork City to prepare the final needle's pulling. It is possible that he's planning to hold one final twisted party. But now, it is our chance to change this looming crisis into a golden opportunity. All things may come to an end. Or, new and bountiful things may begin. Wouldn't you like to help that happen? Lucas, you were once a weak, fragile boy, but now you've been given a tremendous role to fulfill. Now you know everything, including everything I'm sure you'd rather not know. The time has come for you to save the future of all life as we know it. God won't make you bear more than you can carry. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. Know that you aren't fighting alone. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, will lend their support. That was a long story, but that is the end of everything I have to tell you. Did you understand it all? Yes. Only the Majesties really know the needle's locations, so I don't know where to find them. But from the way Porky and the others have been acting, I would say they're now very close to reaching the 7th needle. Please, Lucas, be the one who pulls the final needle. Porky issues his orders from the 100th floor of the Empire Porky building. Start by jumping into the fray and storming the building. After that, you can start looking for clues. It's been such a long time since I've spoken to anyone, and now I'm exhausted. The Stinkbug should remember everything I've just said. Take him with you. That way, if you happen to forget anything I've said here, you can ask him to repeat it. Will you go with him, Mr. Stinkbug? Well, I'm kind of burnt out by speaking that entire long speech. That was 10 minutes long, guys. I guess I'm the Boogity, and I approve this message. I'll catch you next episode of Mother 3, where we will infiltrate the Porky building. Before that, we have to get some New Year's Eve bombs. Bye-bye.